Braun Breaker comes out, and this poor guy, Cale Dixon, you've seen him on Level Up and the NXT live events, and when I say this guy had to be like the ping pong ball for Braun Breaker, I mean his job was to go out there and get murdered by Braun Breaker for 2 minutes, and Cale Dixon, he's in the corner, and Braun just like psychs himself up in the corner, turns around and spears this man. You want to talk about Sami Zayn's soul? I saw Cale Dixon's soul just evaporate through his nostrils and into the air in Greensboro. And then Cale Dixon is tossed to the floor, and Braun Breaker sprints around the ring. He runs at this guy at a rate of speed that I don't care how trustworthy I was in the man delivering this. I would be scared out of my mind taking this spear. There are going to be dudes that just, their heads are going to rock off the floor. Now, I think Dixon was okay, but the speed at which Breaker hit him and coming around the ring too, oh my God, he just killed this guy. And they did the stoppage, which the audience was not ready for a stoppage finish. They actually booed the finish at a minute 53, although I've never had an issue with the stoppages.
I think it's a reaction that's to be expected, that they were going to make up for with the physicality afterwards.
So he runs the ropes, he spears this poor guy again, and then attacks him with a chair, and they have to stretcher him out. And
hold on a second. You missed like the spot. Did you not see this? They put Cale Dixon's head into the
Kill Dixon. Yes, that should be his name.
They put his head into the sort of groove, the angled like interior groove of the stairs, and Braun Breaker comes over with a steel chair. And it's actually a really neat spot. You know, they cut the camera immediately on impact so that it looks like he's actually hitting him.
This is the angle they did with Von Wagner, where he had to relearn how to walk after.
Did they do this specific spot?
I think the lights went out when he hit him, but it was similar.
Okay. Anyway, it looked great, you know? So this is a really interesting way that they're presenting Braun. I mean, first of all, what a tan on this man. Okay,
dude, like, he was.
He went to Pasta Mania to get this tan. They are promoting this guy, not like they're really emphasizing his speed through this like really fast spear that they're allowing him to showcase in multiple ways. And they're also giving him like this really angry gimmick where he's just so angry that he's not booked in the King of the Ring. He's out to kill, like commit murder, basically.
Dude, if you weren't booked in the King of the Ring.
You know, like that's it. Yeah. So it's different. I like it. I think it's making Braun feel special, which is ultimately the effect that you're looking for. It's making the audiences completely captivated at what this guy's about to do. And we all know, like, maybe in a prior, like, I don't know, era, doing this sort of thing to a defenseless jobber would be seen as a heel move. But these days, I mean, it's just cool, isn't it? And we want to cheer for the guy who's doing the cool shit. So I think it's really getting him some good attention as a attractive top baby face.
Do you think we'll ever get an update on Cale?
Maybe this is all a setup, you know. Maybe WrestleMania 45, Cale will finally get his revenge.
Well, Dixon is taken out on a stretcher, and Adam Pearce is tending to him when Kiana James runs up and just gets blown off here, and they take him off in the ambulance, and then Pearce confronts Braun Breaker, and Braun informs him, "This is on you, Pearce, for not putting me in the King of the Ring." And Pierce is like, "Are you serious? This is the hill you're willing to die on? The King of the Ring?"
That motivation, I I don't really love either. It kind of makes what Braun's doing like really feel like overkill. I wish they gave him a better reason for why he's on this sort of rampage. You know, like what could it be?
This is how Jack Perry should have returned to AEW, being pissed about not being booked for 3 months.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, so they're giving Braun like an Austin gimmick almost right away. Let's see if the audience takes to it.
I think he's going to turn himself babyface. Like, he's just too entertaining.
He's already a babyface.
Like, he's just a kick-ass.
This is a babyface push.
It is, and it's going to translate very, very effectively. Braxton is with Ilya Dragunov and has asked for a prediction on the King of the Ring. And he said he is frustrated, but there is no shame in losing to Jey Uso. And I think on the scale of 1 to 10, his intensity was like a 28 here. So dialed down a bit to give a match prediction. And then he says he's basically stating there's no shame in losing to Jey Uso, who is the main event. Jey Uso. He's like screaming at me. And Ricochet walks in.
The man flew here, okay? He was going to make sure that plane ticket was worthwhile.
Yeah, there definitely needs to be like a game we play on these shows. Like, who had to travel the longest to do the absolute least on this show? Ilya was up there. Ricochet walks in and says that the two of them set the bar pretty high. But just because you got the best of me once doesn't mean this is over. And then Bron ended it. He came in and killed this guy, spearing Ricochet onto the equipment. And Ricochet was grabbing his ribs and had to be taken care of. And Adam Pearce is just watching over his fallen roster at the hands of Braun Breaker.
So, I mean, it's not like they've kind of made Ricochet, just kind of this lowly ranked guy over the past few months. I feel like, first of all, as speed champion, whether or not that means anything, but like as he's somebody of prominence. So I don't anticipate this just being Braun attacking a random person backstage who will never get that revenge. I think Ricochet will face Braun Breaker and probably get killed in an actual match.
Braun should be the speed champion.
Oh man!
If you told me this guy was going to have 3-minute matches every week, I'm tuning into that show each week to watch.
I think it's a great idea. Like he should just like kill guys in 3 minutes. That's a wonderful reason for me to tune into a Twitter show. So maybe that's what this is setting up. But it's also interesting to see them like bounce multiple programs for all these guys. Dragunov is obviously targeting Gunther, but Ricochet also wants to face Dragunov. Now you have Braun Breaker also wanting to face Ricochet as well. Well, Braun not really wanting to face Ricochet, I guess more so just setting up a match.
I think he's going to just bypass Ricochet altogether.